days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, right at you. You give me something to believe in, just what I needed. You're the closest.
I am feeling very happy. Like, just
Good.
I can't put my finger on it, but yes, I don't have gloom and doom as
I love it. I love it.
as the default that I got to fight through every day, because I'm like, this how we get here. Like, that used to be how I opened every
Yeah.
show. How did we get here? Now I'm like, look at the teeth. Everyone's smiling. I love it. We should be happy. And let me just say this, right? If you're the kind of person that brings gloom and doom, why, like, why do you want to follow somebody that brings so much disaster and division and angst and anger and hatred and all? Like, when I listen to Vice President, soon to be, President elect Kamala Harris speak, it's about America, unity, coming together, hope, the future, building the world that we want to live in, not the world that was. It's like all of that kind of messaging should be something that everyone goes, yeah, you know what? I do want to live in a world where everybody's free. I do want to live in a world where people don't feel bad about themselves or have to run and hide into a closet or a corner to just be, and now you're throwing other stuff on. Like, this whole childless thing is backfiring because I just read this story that, first of all, the world is childless. There's whole nations that are like, I have a choice now. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be doing that. But even in the United States, people younger than 50, it's a growing leap from 37% in 2018 to 47% of people under the age of 50 in 2023, according to a new Pew Research Center survey, are not or choosing not to have children.
Yeah, we out here winning. We doing it, y'all. We almost got them.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this. I don't even think we should be doing that. Do you? Like, what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's not,
but that's what I'm clapping
childless.
for.
There shouldn't even be like,
right.
Let's celebrate people who don't have children.
Well, I'm not clapping like we don't have kids, Jay. I'm clapping for the freedom. It's like when you see the divorce rate. There's two ways to look at the divorce rate. The first one is, man, the divorce rate is going up high. People don't make them like they used to. We don't stick together. The second one is, if you ever seen somebody go through a divorce, it's like, oh, so you've realized this wasn't working and you went to go find some happy, right? Women didn't have a choice. You had to stay married. Grandmama ain't want your granddaddy and his secret family. Like, that wasn't always a happy. Wasn't always a happy situation.
Why you bringing a family business in?
You
like
know what
that?
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, when a woman couldn't
grandma didn't want the secret
she
family.
didn't want them showing up at the funeral. She didn't have a choice. When a woman couldn't have her own bank account, maybe she had a little less options on what she could do when she couldn't own property and stuff like that. So when we see that stuff, that actually is about freedom of choice. So when you see people that's not having kids, that's also freedom of choice, because you have to break a lot of conditioning. You're going to have to break a few hearts. You have to look your parents in the face and be like, that's not in the cards. That's not what we want to do. And I do applaud that freedom. There's other elements to it, but like, it's not like me going, I hope nobody has kids. It's just more like okay, cool, man. Because it's not quote unquote normal for everybody to look around at this and be like, let's bring some more people in it. That'll fix it. Because it's really not going to be the solution to everything, especially when you're dealing with exorbitant amounts of debt. You're dealing with climate change. You're dealing with white nationalism and fascism on the horizon. People, like, it's okay to look around this world as the same rational person and be like, I'm not sure I want to bring a child into this. And that's not knocking anybody that got kids. I love being a good uncle. I love.
See, I was gonna say though, you weren't an only child,
right?
And you're not are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest. Yep.
You're the oldest, but not the only child, and you have a sibling that has children.
Like, yeah, exactly. And I mean,
so
I love on them.
So your parents, there's a lot of pressure. My whole thing was, I'm not carrying a family name. Leave me alone. It's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Not carrying a family name. It's like, leave me alone. Oh my goodness.
And then you know what else, Karen?
Okay.
You know what else?
Yes, Roderick.
we don't talk about how a lot of pressure is on people to have children, right? Like just having children not enough. You know, we want you to have that 2-parent stable household. Everybody and we put pressure on people that don't conform to that, or something happens and it don't fit. That's one of the reasons to divorce. No, how many people don't get divorced? They not happy, but they like, we can't have it look like this for the kids. Kids grow up seeing their parents unhappy. They think that's what marriage is. It's a lot more complicated than just the statistics and stuff. That's all I'm saying.
You're and if anyone is in line with like Charlie Kirk, let me play the Charlie Kirk. Just say Charlie Kirk is what's the name of he's the one that brought the busload of people to the black church. He had a conference. He has like a man conference for men to show up to be men, and this Christian thing conference he has because he's a Christian. But he said this recently.
The childless are the ones that are destroying the country. You can be good without children, but if you're bad, you probably don't have children. That is my rule for the decline of the West.
So, what do we do with that? 866.
What does that mean?
Well, I guess as he was doing it, I was thinking, did John Wayne Gacy have children? Did the son of Sam have children? Did Timothy McVeigh, because I'm thinking about that. Did the person that shot up the people in Charleston have children? Did the person that shot up the people in Buffalo have children? Who was the one? Did George Zimmerman have children? Like, I'm thinking of bad people. Does Kyle Rittenhouse have children? He may have a point. I was going there.
My thing is, who defines good and bad? Because
did Hitler have children?
I don't know.
Well, maybe.
He had the Hitler Youth.
That's true. Well, those
took a lot of children.
Did they come from his loins? Yeah, no, but I'm saying like there's a place that you can go and like fall in line. But this is the problem with this kind of rhetoric. You can make the case for anything and also, come out on the side.
Who decides who's good and bad? Because I think Donald Trump is bad.
I do too.
He got kids. He got multiple kids from different women and everything, and they all up in all throughout his organizations and stuff. And I think they spread more badness. Maybe we'd be better off with less kids for people that are going to spread white nationalism.
Right. But I'm curious from our audience's perspective, who is in alignment with this notion that like we should get back to quote unquote family values, 2-parent household? Because I'm talking to black people right now mostly, and I think a lot of y'all actually, my dad was big on his father never leaving and taking care of all of the kids, and he's gonna be there no matter what. It's like there was this edict, in our household that was like, this is how you do it. 2 parents. He didn't even want me to play with children that didn't have 2 parents. I was like, what's this? Wow. Them kids ain't got nothing to do with that. I used to fight with my father about that all the time. I was like, what does that have to do with anything? We playing hopscotch and Uno. It's wild, but he didn't even want me to be around people that didn't have 2 parents. Like, that's how invested he was in this. So I'm
interesting because my dad used to take kids under his wing that didn't have like 2 parents. Like, in our neighborhood, when I was young, I didn't understand it. I'd be like, I'm your son. Like, what's the point of them?
But see how that is? Because my dad had a store where he would employ the kids from the neighborhood.
Right.
But I couldn't play with those kids. You understand?
Right.
So it's okay for him to mentor and for him to hire or what have you. But for his children, he wanted to, maintain this, this whatever that was. It was wrong. And I was like, that makes no sense. He also had some very interesting, I think he might have been a Trump supporter had he still been here, because he had some interesting views on immigration, people coming here, like I'm saying.
That's another thing I would like to ask Charlie Kirk, by the way, is what's your stance on immigration? Because a lot of y'all's anti-immigration talking points is about the fact that Latino people come here and have a lot of kids. But you just said good people have kids, bad people don't. So are they bad people? We shouldn't be letting them in the country. Or are they actually better people than us because they have more kids than white people are having right now? So why are we trying to bring them in the country? I just have questions for stuff like that because it's such a generalized term that doesn't mean anything.
My days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at me something to believe in. Just what I need.